When I started chiropractic school in 1987, yes, I am that old, no more comments, the professor came out the first day and he said, everybody's here because they got injured and they decided to become a chiropractor because chiropractic helped them get over that injury, stand up. I was one of those people that stood up. What blew my mind was 75% of the room stood up. And I realized, wow, a lot of people make decisions to become a chiropractor not because they want to make money, but because it helped them and they want to help others, which is exactly why I did it. So let me tell you the story of how I became a chiropractor. My background is in business. I have a business degree. I graduated from Stockton State College, which is now Stockton University in New Jersey. I graduated in 1983 with a BS degree in marketing. I got hired by a company called Reuben Donnelly, which was owned by Dun & Bradstreet, and that was a marketing company. And they trained me in marketing and sales. I was actually helping to sell advertising. So basically, it was very intense training, a very large company. I trained 2 weeks in Philadelphia, 2 weeks in New York. It was pretty exciting, a full month of training before they even let me set foot in the office I was going to work in. But I was working in business and I met my wife, who's, as you've seen probably in other videos, she's a physical therapist. Her specialty was traumatic brain injury and stroke rehabilitation. And while we were dating, I had a serious neck injury. And here's what happened. I had problems with my neck, didn't realize there was problems with my neck because I had no symptoms in my neck. The problems I was experiencing was numbness and tingling in this hand and headaches. And I was getting headaches pretty frequently. I was getting headaches so much that I was actually carrying aspirin around in my briefcase when I was working because I never knew when the headaches were going to strike. And I was having at least 5 days a week I would have headaches. So what happened was, I was walking on the beach with my wife. I was trying to show off. They have a thing they hang the lifeguard boats on. I was able to jump up and grab it, and I was hanging by my hands. I was in a lot better shape than I am now. And I was 25 years old. So when I let go, my feet were about 3 feet off the beach. My feet hit the beach, and I got struck by lightning. That's what it felt like. I actually felt an electric shock go through my body. I felt a snap in my neck. I could feel a sharp electric ping to my hands and my feet. And then I collapsed on the beach and I couldn't move. And I was scared to death. I thought, I just broke my neck. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in a wheelchair. That's what went through my head. My wife came over to me, I said, don't touch me, I don't know what I just did. Then other people started coming over, she said, don't touch them. As I was laying there on the beach, it seemed like an eternity, but it was probably less than a minute. But I could start to feel the tingling in my toes and in my feet, and it came up through my legs. And as it came up through my body, I started feeling intense pain down my right arm and up the side of my head. So my wife said, we're going to go to the emergency room. So I went to the emergency room. We told the doctor the story. The doctor started strapping my head into a headboard and he said, I think you broke your neck. If you did, we're going to have to get a surgeon in here and they're going to have to drill into your skull and they're going to fit you with a thing called a halo. That's where they strapped, and this happened to 2 of my friends. I have 2 friends that broke their necks and had to wear this halo for 6 months where you couldn't turn your head because you were trying to heal a broken vertebrae. My world was spinning. The doctor came out after what seemed like an eternity, but it was probably an hour or so, and said, you didn't break anything. We don't know what you did. Here's a bunch of medication. And they put me on medication. They put me on an anti-inflammatory and a muscle relaxer. The muscle relaxer was called Flexerol, which I found out later was actually an antipsychotic, but it had the effect of making you feel like Jell-O. And it did. When I took 1 pill, I was out for 10 hours. They had me on 3 pills a day. And when I woke up on Thursday afternoon thinking it was Wednesday morning, that's when I realized this is not working. I need to stop these drugs and I need to do something different. So I decided to go to a chiropractor. My wife being a physical therapist, she said they didn't talk bad about chiropractors at the school she went to, but she said they never talked glowingly about them. In fact, when they used an example of a bad doctor, they used chiropractor. So she was a little bit alarmed that I was going to go to a chiropractor who might break my neck in trying to fix it. So she went with me to protect me. While she was there, she had this epiphany about chiropractic because some of the things she learned about weight-bearing joints stimulating the brain, and she realized the chiropractors were unsticking stuck weight-bearing joints, which if you look at it, that is what we do. When we adjust somebody, we find areas that don't move well, and we gently assist it by putting motion in there. It's very safe, but the effect it has on the nervous system is amazing. So when I went to the chiropractor, I didn't tell him about the headaches. I didn't tell him about the tingling in my hand because I didn't think it had anything to do with what happened to my neck. I know now that it did, that this problem was brewing. It wasn't jumping or falling off that platform or dropping down off that platform onto the beach that hurt my neck. It was all the injuries I had before that. It was the motorcycle accidents. It was being in martial arts and being knocked out in the ring twice. I wasn't very good at martial arts. But anyway, I was good. I wasn't competition material, and that's what I was trying to do. But these injuries are what led me to that episode on the beach, and that changed my life. When he started doing the chiropractic to me and the headaches went away and the numbness in my hand went away, I was like, I didn't even tell him about that, and now they're going away as well. Literally, since that time, 1987, if I get 1 or 2 headaches a year, there's something wrong. Where I was getting 5 a week and was wishing I could be like at 3 a week. So totally different change to my health, totally different viewpoint on what I was gonna do. I got hit like in a ton of bricks. This is what you're called to do. When I quit my job to go back to school to become a chiropractor, my boss thought I was crazy. My brothers thought I was crazy. Everybody in my world was saying, you're insane. You have a great career. You're walking away from it to go be a chiropractor. I have never regretted that decision ever. I love what I do. I've helped a lot of people. I've seen amazing things happen. And basically, I wouldn't trade it for the world. So I'm so glad that I am a chiropractor. I love being a chiropractor, and I'm glad that you're a chiropractor as well if you're listening to this. If you're not, you should go to one at least. But that's how I became a chiropractor. It changed my life, and I've spent my life ever since then trying to educate people on chiropractic, because the information I got when I first started talking about going was not accurate. Oh, they're dangerous, they can hurt you, they're gonna break your neck. I can't tell you how many people said, they're gonna break your neck. If you like this content and you'd like to hear more like it, you can subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks.